So I've seen a few videos of guides to project Hyperion. I've also seen videos of loot guides. Most of the mission guides have been wrong, and never with combination of the loot runs. You need to do specific tasks to get the specific result you want. It all starts off in the engineering wing. First, we fix the vents. You can break the goop on the pipe easily by mining until the bar hits red and move on to the next. They will break after a short period, and it saves some time to do them first. Then we fix the pipe with a repair tool and connect the large pipe by pulling the lever. Repeat for the 2 remaining pipes. Finish this step by clicking the screen to download data. Kill the big worm in the middle. Next step is putting plasma canisters into the condensers. You can find a few of them sitting right next to the main platform. Be careful so the NPCs don't shoot them. If you don't have 3 canisters, you have to pick up more further into the path on the right side of where I picked them up in this video. There will be a few NPCs spawning to bother you while you try to put the canisters into the condensers, so take care of them quickly. Here I was fumbling a bit as I didn't remember where I put the 2 canisters. But luckily we found them in the end. And then we fumble some more to try to find the second one. I was worried I had to go further in the path previously mentioned. But then... got it. When they are all lowered, you can extract data from the terminal towards the core. Before we reach the fuel reactor part, we have to click one more terminal. Clear a few NPCs and move up the stairs to clear a few more before finding the terminal. Then on to the fuel reactor. Luckily there was already a plasma fuel next to the reactor on this run. If it's not there when you get there, you have to pull the lever I marked out in the video a little later on. Pull it twice for it to spawn a plasma fuel, right below where my plasma fuel spawned. Again, break the goop same way we did before. Jump on top of the reactor and fix the pipe with your repair tool. Don't worry about radiation. You can take one direct hit straight to the face, no trouble. Then we put the plasma fuel into the reactor and wait for the next radiation pulse. This is the switch mentioned. If you didn't have a plasma fuel already spawned, pull it twice to spawn a new one. When the pulse hits the reactor, you are ready to download data at the terminal next to the goop you removed earlier. Now we just take out some bots. And then a little jumping puzzle before entering the rail that takes us to the core. After the jumping puzzle, you will have a good time for reloading all weapons and healing all wounds. It is smart to take out as many of the bots from the platform just outside the door when entering the core. You don't take radiation damage here, so you don't have to worry about the radiation pulses. Take your time with this, as it's going to save you a lot of stress when pulling levers later. The levers are in the middle of each platform, and you have to do them in chronological order. When they are switched correctly, the lights on the platform will become green. I've had the bug out a few times. If this happens to you, then you go back to platform 1 and start over with pulling levers. Use the number on the pads to keep track of your orientation in the core. Also be aware of the radiation pulses here. Since you are closer to the core, the radiation can be brutal if you take more than one direct hit. Side note, There's also Zenith snipers spawning on the platforms if you are looking for those. When the 6 lever is pulled and all lights are green, you are now at the point where you can choose the number for your recombinant. The number on the pillar you chose will be the number on your RCMBNT in the end. You can see me go for the reagent 03 code, since I want the number 3 on my recombinant for this run. First connect the rod, then download data from the screen right next to it. Then find your way towards the exit area with ASD markings on it. We can now loot the 3 boxes for the ASD core armor before moving on to Research Wing. You can see me open the boxes and dropping the armor so it can respawn as a different type for the next person coming here. Maybe the next person has more luck and get the ASD version. In Research Wing, we must choose one of 3 catalysts for the RCMBNT. Be careful, as doing one task will lock the other option for you current run doing this mission. So only do the task that gives the version you want. The first is the XTL version, where you put 5 dead NPCs in the crate below the blade. Then you pull the red lever next to it and go up the stairs and download data from the terminal. This is also the one that is needed to get the Wikello LMG. The second is the PWL, where you go to the gravity lab and stabilize the anomaly by clicking the terminal, and then the recorder on the floating scientist and download data after. If none of these options was what you wanted, then we just drop down the shaft and loot our first ASD helmet box. These bots don't usually spawn here, but someone must have been here and triggered their spawn not too long ago. Keep following the path on the right side for the first ASD backpack box. Keep on going right for the second ASD helmet box. Going up the stairs to medical lab, we reach our final option for the recombinant, the RGL. Knock out the respawning NPC with your fists, and remember to not wear a knife. This makes it so he won't keep respawning. Here we can also loot the 3 boxes for the ASD legs. Remember to drop the armor to give the next guy a chance of finding the ASD version. Download the data from the terminal next to the 3rd ASD leg box to get the RGL. Now we keep on going to animal testing to get the 3 boxes for ASD arms. Be careful with the irradiated copians when you loot, as their attack can push you into walls and make you stuck. Sadly, no luck for me on this run, but hopefully more people will drop the loot boxes so it gives better chances for us loot goblins. We then go down the stairs and find our 3rd ASD helmet box. Keep following the path on the left, and you will find your 4th ASD helmet box. And then 5th and last ASD helmet box. We then run to the middle of the atrium and find our 2nd and 3rd ASD backpack boxes before taking the elevator to the top. Beware, calling the elevator takes a while, so keep your eyes sharp and your gun ready. Some shooting before a well-deserved rest in the elevator. Reload all weapons and heal all wounds. Exiting the elevator, you follow the path to the left and drop down to the elevator, taking you to Site B. For the Site B, it's recommended to bring a long-range weapon. I also forgot to show in this video, but on the right through this door is a small armory with a new LMG. There will be a lot of sniping. We can take out a few of the NPCs before pressing the elevator button to take us down. On the way down, we take out as many, hopefully all of the NPCs before we reach the bottom. On your left side behind the containers, you will find the first box for the Corbel armor with arms in it. Then we run all the way to the far side and find the second arms box behind the fence next to the medical station. We then follow the tracks going across to the next part, clearing all bots on the way. Be careful, as there will be a minigun turret in the middle of the end of the tracks. Kill the NPCs that try to take this position fast. If this thing gets a chance to shoot you, it will make your day very bad very fast. On the left side, there will be a broken part in the railing with a small drop down to the third arms box. On the left, you can see a window to our armory. We will get in there shortly. Just drop down and do a 180. Follow the tunnel, and you will enter the armory, which also contains the first Corbel legs box. Above you will be a small weapons rack with more of the new LMG. Exiting the tunnel, just jump straight across and look left to find the second legs box. Forgot to show it, but the third box is in a tunnel just past the cargo platform here toward the middle of the tracks. The first core armor box is behind the plant box on the right side to the far side of this room. There it is. Now we enter the control room and find our second core armor box, as well as the code to the door on the screen. More LMGs. Punch in the code from the screen, and going left when entering the door will lead you to the final core armor box. Kill NPCs. You can also shoot the NPCs below from this position, but be careful. There will be NPCs trying to get to the miniguns on the other side. Take them out quickly. Get across to the side with the miniguns. Between two of them, there will be a screen showing the code to the locker room with two of the backpack boxes. If we jump down and go left, we will find a hidden box for the backpack. Going back up the stairs on the left, we will find the door needing the code we just got between the miniguns. Here we will find two more boxes for backpacks and some more LMGs. I'm sorry I didn't drop the armors in the Corbel boxes, but they don't have the rare ASD versions, so I don't really know what the next person is searching for anyways. If we go slightly to the right, we will find the first helmet box. Behind this door, there is always spawning 3 heavy NPCs, so be ready. To our left is the second helmet box. Now we climb up and go to the right before immediately looking left for the final helmet box. Press the terminal towards the window to complete the experiment. Lastly, collect the data and finish the Project Hyperion mission. You can also see the different recombinants available at this screen. Now we exit the facility by jumping across the elevator shaft we just climbed up. Go right and drop down to the elevator to bring you to the lobby again. Hope this helped you, and thank you for watching.